speak English in an absolute natural way, so that when you speak English, people will be influenced by the way you speak. When you speak English, you speak in such a manner that it appears to be your first language. That is quite easily you are able to speak English with an ease. So adopt everything that I have told you today in this lesson. Hi everyone, my name is Shalima. Welcome back to my another session of learning English and improving your English speaking skills with me. So in today's lesson, I am going to take up a query that is how to speak English naturally. That is how I speak English naturally. How to speak English in a natural way? Well, naturally, in a natural way is basically speaking English with a lot of fluency, confidence, but also with ease. And I am going to tell you what it is to speak English naturally and how to achieve it. All about in this today's lesson. So are you guys ready for this? If you are ready, please let me know in the comment section that definitely you want to speak naturally. Alright, so before beginning, please subscribe to the channel so that you can get all the lessons that I upload for you on this channel. Please like the video and share it with your friends, with your loved ones and with the person who needs this stuff. Now, coming back to today's lesson, that is how to speak English naturally in a natural manner, in a natural way. That when you speak English, you sound absolutely natural. That means you are habitual of speaking English. So you are an English speaker. How to speak English like that? That you sound like an English speaker. I'm not saying, guys, that you have to have a particular British accent and sound like a native English speakers completely. But if I say natural way is the way how a native English speakers would speak. That is what if English was your first language. That is the only concern. So you will speak English as if it was your first language. So, how to adopt it? How to adopt that speaking skills? Even if you are at C1 level in your English, a lot of times sounding natural in English can be difficult. So I'm going to tell you all about it. So let's begin with everything that is required to speak English naturally. So first of all, the first thing that I want to tell you is that be relaxed while you are speaking. You have to be relaxed while you speak. It's a very important factor. A lot of time what people do is they want to speak a lot at single time. And guys, a lot of times people might think that okay, I am thinking about this particular thing and I want to tell about it to other person. I want to convey my message, what I want to say, and all that thoughts that they are having in English. They want to rush with them. Alright, now that's they are doing this subconsciously. You do not know about this, that this is happening with you guys. That you want to get all the sentences out because you are scared that you might get stuck somewhere. Or you might be at loss for words. This happens. Now, this is a concerned problem, right? Getting stuck for words in between. Why this is reaction is happening? That you are speaking too fast. Okay, you want to speak everything at a single time. You are rushing your words because of this fear and you are not even realizing about it. So a lot of people, they don't realize that this is happening because somewhere or not they fear this particular happening, this particular kind of problem. So that a lot of people face getting stuck for words or maybe getting a lots of words what to say. Okay, what to do, what to say next. Oh, I was saying this, now what is the word that's not coming to my mind? This kind of situation, right? So if you are facing this kind of situation, it's okay. You have to relax it. If you are relaxed, your body language is relaxed, and you are speaking in a relaxed manner, you speak natural, and you will be able to form correct sentences. If you are relaxed, if you are overworking your mind, if you are overthinking about things, definitely you feel stressed, and you will feel like, what should I say, what to do? But this is not what we want to do. If you want to speak English naturally, the first thing that you need to do is to speak in a relaxed manner. Guys, think that it is inside you. Yes, you can speak English, you have knowledge about English, you speak English, so why will you not be able to do it? Definitely you will be able to speak in English fluently. So believe this particular factor and stay relaxed and calm while you are speaking in English. Now, second thing that I want to tell you is that do not translate. Don't translate sentences in your mind. Now, when you translate, the spontaneity of speaking gets lost. You are speaking at a particular pace. Now, this space gets lost when you are translating things, because you are taking more time than what is required in speaking. Speaking is free flow of words, right? So this free flow should be maintained. When you translate, it gets opposed time and time again, so you are speaking them. This particular wave of like opposing phase is coming when you are translating, and that also shows on your face, right? So with your facial expressions, so other person is able to disappear, and then you also feel conscious about it. So avoid translating things. You have to stop translating things in your mind. Develop the habit of thinking in English, like I say, and I have lots and lots of lesson on this, on thinking in English. What you have to do is you have to just go check out the playlist and learn with all the lessons so I have posted for you, okay? And there also I have told you the techniques. I have given demo on various techniques in the playlist, so you can find so many lessons on thinking in English. And day before yesterday, I think I have uploaded one video how to think in English. So this is something that you have to develop. It's not something that you cannot develop with a practice dedicated time, all right? So you will be able to develop it, and once you develop this particular habit of thinking in English, the spontaneity will come into your speaking, and this translation, the problem of translation will be, eradicated. So you will no longer face this problem of translating, and you will no longer be tempted to translate for your mother tongue to English, all right? And this will not happen. So start thinking in English. Go and check out the lessons and stop translating in your head. Alright, sometimes, a lot of times, I think I can say a lot of time people who are able to speak in English, like for example, you are at B2 level, it's considered that person might be tempted to translate sometimes. But the thing is that this person can avoid translation, absolutely, yes, this person can. But the translation, like thinking first in mother language and then translating, is kind of a cushion for them. Alright, and this cushion is like kind of, that protecting you from this fear of making mistakes, and that it's like you are, a kind of mistake proofing your speaking. But this does not happen. If you think that you will translate and there are going to be less mistakes with your speaking, this never happens, guys. This never happens. It's just a thinking that a lot of people develop, but translation cannot give you error free speaking, error free English, because translation is never literal. All right, so it's always meaningful. A lot of time the words and the meaning, like the sentence structure, they might differ from language to language. All right, you cannot translate it completely, so it's always literal. Okay, it's always literal meaning with context. That is why I say learn English with context. I have told you ample and ample of time that learn English, learn vocabulary words with context, right? So you have to stop translating in your head and start thinking in English. So the third thing that I want to share with you, I would like to tell you that is, do not force when you are speaking, do not force the words. Okay, do not force the words out when you are speaking. Now forcing your word out and giving stress on your word, they are two different things, guys. You know, different things. Forcing means using a lot of force while you speak and pausing in between, and there can be the effort in speaking that can be seen from the other side, so the audience is able to see that you are making lots and lots of efforts to speak. Although you can speak fluently, this is just those fears, that nervousness that is pushing you to speak in a such a manner. So this is a, you know, result of that nervousness that you have to fight, and that comes with practice. But do not force words out. Obviously the solution is to practice speaking. You have to practice speaking in order to gain a fluency, a flow. Like I have told you, speaking is a kind of flow. The words, they have a particular flow when you speak, and you know, once you maintain that flow, you're speaking, it sounds so natural, so natural to ears, and it sounds so good to ears. So you have to maintain that flow, and in order to maintain that flow, do not force the word out. The flow also includes your pronunciation, your intonation, your stress, everything, and all that components together. So what you have to do is, you have to learn that through shadowing. I have told you once in my video that if you would like to watch that video, I can create that video for shadowing for you. What you can do is, you can take up all my guided you can just watch the shadowing videos, okay, and you will be able to learn how to speak with that flow and without forcing the words out. So shadowing lessons are on YouTube. You can search. I have not made any video on shadowing, but if you want, I will definitely make a video on that. All right, so you can go and check out the shadowing lessons on YouTube, that where you learn for how to improve English speaking with a natural flow. Now let's talk about the fourth thing and the last thing for today that I want to tell you, that is, do not change your accent. Now accent is something that is natural to us, okay? Naturally we acquire that particular accent. It is related to the area that we live in, the climate, everything. Your own mother tongue affects how you speak, how you develop your accent, and having an accent is not bad at all. So what you need to improve is your pronunciation. A lot of people might say that there are certain words that we mispronounce because of this, because of that, and that is how our accent is getting affected. So accent can be natural, guys. Leave your accent to a particular natural status. Do not try to force your accent to become like this is absolutely American and absolutely British. If you are moving to a particular, you know, country, to a place, then acquiring that accent from there naturally, okay? For example, a person moves to US, all right, and the person acquires that accent naturally. So that's perfectly fine, because you are not forcing yourself to do it. You are acquiring it naturally from your, you know, environment. That is what I am saying. So you have a natural accent. What you have to do is, you have to improve your pronunciation, focus on your pronunciation, and maintain a natural accent. Alright, that is what you have to do. So do not copy accent, do not force yourself to change your accent. Your accent is yours. Alright, it's a natural thing, it's natural who you are. You have to improve your only pronunciation. But now pronunciation is something definitely that you need to pay attention to words, because your pronunciation also, increases your fluency. Because if you are not pronouncing things correctly, it might give you a kind of, opposite force. A lot of time people are not, confident about pronunciation of particular word, and they will get stuck. They would not realize that this is happening with them, but this happens. So if you are not confident about the pronunciation of a particular word, then you will feel stuck. There, for example, let's take the name of a brand, Chanel. Chanel. If you are not confident enough, you might say channel or channel, like that. And that is how the fluency will break over there. So learning pronunciation is important, so that when you speak, you can say, what, I spotted a beautiful Chanel bag. So you can speak it with the fluency, absolute fluency. Improve your pronunciation and don't worry about your accent. Okay, focus on your pronunciations. Guys, one more thing I would like to share you. Yesterday I got a comment from someone has commented me that, ma'am, please improve your accent. Your accent is like Indian accent. So I want to tell you guys, I don't want to copy any other's accent. I can speak, I know how to speak, how to just speak in British and how to speak in US. But I really create my videos in my own accent, because if I create my own accent naturally, then you will definitely understand what I am saying to you. Alright, otherwise you will watch the videos of the person who lives in US or in UK, alright, and their pronunciation is different, so might be you are not getting what they are saying. Alright, I know how to speak US accent and I know that, but I make my videos in my own accent. Alright, so that is why I am telling you, just create your own accent naturally. Don't copy others' accent. If you are in US, alright, and if you are just naturally acquiring that accent, that's perfectly fine. Alright. So guys, these were all the points, everything that you require to speak English naturally. Is speak English in absolute natural way. So then when you speak English, people will be influenced by the way you speak. When you speak English, speak in such a manner that appears to be at your first language. That is quite easily, and you will be able to speak English with an ease. So adopt everything that I have told you today in this lesson, and you will be speaking English naturally. So that's it for today's lesson, guys. And if you like the video, please give thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe my channel. So thanks for watching. Bye bye. Take care.